So you've opened DaVinci Resolve and thought, why is this so complicated? Finding clips takes forever, organizing footage is a mess, and one small mistakes mean basically starting over from scratch. But it doesn't have to be that way. See, DaVinci Resolve 21 actually fixes a lot of those problems quietly in the background. It makes a huge difference for new editors. And then what I can do now is restart because I didn't change my hoodie. Ultra Sharpen ain't gonna fix that. Idiot. He's so stupid. People who've been doing this for years make stupid mistakes like that. So when you're just starting out, you're just getting going on this, don't feel bad. There's so many things to remember that it can slip your mind real quick. As simple as change your hoodie that's coated in dog hair. Let's try that again. Resolve 21's new features are going to reduce friction by helping you find clips faster and organize footage automatically, fix common filming mistakes, simplifying editing workflow. Simply put, it's removing complexity, making it so much easier for beginners and new editors to be able to figure out what they're doing and how to do it properly. Or at least fix mistakes that you didn't even know you made until you sat down to edit. Now, feature one is the AI Intelli Search, which this thing is ridiculous. You can search footage using just words. Really, you just throw into the search bar and put in things like objects or scenes or an action that you're looking for, such as, say, a man running. You can type in man running and it will search through your footage no matter how much you have in there, and it will find the clips that have a man running in them and then present them to you so you can pick which one it was you were looking for. Why does that matter for beginners? Well, beginners, number one, rarely organize their footage properly. And that's not on you, you're learning. So it takes something that you didn't even realize you needed to do or that you should be doing and helps you save time by being able to actually find the footage that you're looking for. A lot of beginners will just dump everything into one bin. They don't even put it in a bin. A lot of people just dump it all in the media pool, and then you just have this massive mess of files. So it just removes that slowness and that frustration from looking for your footage to find out how you want to set it up in your timeline. I did test it out. I took about 45 minutes of footage and just threw it all in there. I needed a specific clip on camera settings. So I just wrote in camera settings, and seriously, it found it in like 4 seconds. 4 seconds. I actually said no way out loud. I was blown away. Why this is so huge for new editors is there's less confusion, faster editing, fewer mistakes for when you're searching for clips. Feature 2 is your smart bins and even smarter media organization. Basically, it automatically groups clips by metadata. Metadata, if you're not sure on it, it's just the information on the back end of your file, such as the file type, the date that it was shot on, whether it was shot in log or raw or Apple or whatever you shot it in. All of that is saved into the clip in the back end, and you can get into the metadata and take a look at it. Well, what this does is actually looks at it, and it can organize all your clips just straight from that metadata. So then it goes by camera or by type or by date, and it makes it easier to find when you know each one is organized in a certain way. And you can also create dynamic bins which update automatically. That's getting a little bit more advanced, but it's something that I could put a video together on. Now, why that matters for beginners is new editors, you guys often struggle with file organization, media pool chaos is just everywhere, and losing clips where you know you shot it, you know you have it, you can't find it. This sets you up so it's less time organizing files, it's even easier navigation of your projects, and just a cleaner editing workspace. I dumped a big raw batch of files in with no naming and no sorting anything into it. And honestly, Smart Bins had already separated all my wide shots and my close-ups and everything even before I finished making a coffee. I've been doing it manually for years, and that was crazy. If you want to learn a little bit more about media organization without letting AI do it, I did make a video on it, and I'll stick it up here so that you can take a look. So now you can find clips in seconds. Bins are being organized by themselves. That's great. But here's where it actually gets interesting, because the next feature is one that I had footage I thought for sure was garbage I was going to have to throw away, and it saved that footage. Feature 3 is AI footage repair, giving you ultra sharpen motion deblur, and Cine focus. Now, what it can do is it can sharpen soft footage, remove motion blur. Why am I doing that? What this feature can do is it can sharpen soft footage, remove motion blur, improve focus on slightly soft images, and repair like imperfect clips. New creators frequently, they shoot footage that has problems. I mean, experienced people shoot footage that has problems. Soft images from any kind of phone camera, that's a big one. That's common. And now these new features actually allow beginners to fix these problems after filming. I had a shot I had filmed that I thought was completely gone. It was too shaky to use. It was a mess. But I ran it through the footage repair and, just to see what would happen. And I ended up using it in the final cut. It's actually this footage right now. For new editors, this means fewer ruined clips, more usable footage, and less stress when filming. You don't have to worry so much about getting it perfect because there are things that can be fixed in post. It gives beginners more confidence when they're creating videos. Keep in mind, you don't always want to be fixing things in post. You want to make sure you've got things put together in a way that the less you have to do in the edit, the better. Now, feature 4 is the AI speech generator. This actually generates voiceovers from typed text. You can type in what you want and it will generate an audio file for you saying whatever it is that you typed in there. You can create narrations without even recording audio. You can produce placeholders for voice tracks and generate speech for tutorials and explainer segments. Now, why that matters for beginners is a lot of new creators struggle with recording audio because of poor microphones or noisy rooms, all of which comes with practice. The more you do this, the better you're going to get. But now you can add narration quickly. You can avoid recording issues and focus on editing and storytelling. I missed a line during filming, and instead of resetting and recording again, I just typed the line into the speech generator, matched the voice, which it can actually match your voice based on a clip. You record a clip of your voice and it will match your voice. I don't know how. It's AI. Don't ask me. That's above my pay grade. But I dropped it in and nobody would know, including me, until I actually went back to check. And you can even add lines you forgot without recording new audio.
He said confidently, as the audience sat in stunned silence, wondering why they'd ever used anything else.
Look, if you've been avoiding Resolve because it felt overwhelming, hopefully this helped. These 4 features genuinely changed how I use DaVinci Resolve. And if you actually want to start editing faster in Resolve, well, I've got a video that'll save you a few hours. It's right up here. And if this no fluff Resolve content is useful to you, subscribe. It actually helps me make more of it. All right, say hi to DaVinci for me, and I'll catch you in the next one.